Teenage pregnancy. It's been a significant problem, especially nowadays, but there's not much attention given to it. It's a constant issue, yet it's being ignored. But first of all, what is teenage pregnancy? It is when teenage girls ages 13 to 19 begin having their menstrual period and engage in a sexual intercourse or premarital sex, and later on getting pregnant. What are the causes and why it happens? In some cases, it's culturally mandated. In some places, they follow traditions or practices like allowing marriage between a minor underage girl and an old man. Some are results of sexual abuse like rape, but in most cases, it's from experimentation, curiosity, and promiscuity. Needless to say, the society's impact, peer pressure, bad influences, bad habits like alcohol and drugs, low education, and knowledge. It's alarming how millions of teens getting pregnant and giving birth each year. According to World Health Organization, approximately 16 million women 15 to 19 years old give birth each year. That's about 11% of all births worldwide. 95% of these births occur in low and middle income countries. The average adolescent birth rate in middle countries is more than twice as high as that in high income countries, with the rate in low-income countries being 5 times as high. 2 in 5 young women will become pregnant before the age 20, and 4 out of 5 of those pregnancies will be unintended. Not all teen births are first births. In 2014, 1 in 6 births to 15 to 19 years old were to females who already had 1 or more babies. 2/3 of these families began at a young age unplanned. 8 out of teen fathers don't stay with the teen mother of their child. In US, the rate has steadily declined since 1991, when it was 117 per 1,000 teens. To the latest statistics available in 2014, the US pregnancy rate among girls between 15 to 19 was 24.2 births for every 1,000 between the same ages mentioned. Still, teen birth rate in the US remains 9 times higher than in any other developed countries. Meanwhile, in the Philippines, as of 2015, there's a rate of 61, making it the top one in Asia in terms of teenage pregnancy. People don't see how it adversely affects our society in various aspects. Teenage pregnancy is associated with negative and dire consequences, not only for both the teenage mom and the unborn child, but also in the society. The fact that the teen mothers tend to be from the disadvantaged backgrounds, teen parenthood is linked to the greater welfare dependence soon after birth, and to poorer long-term educational outcomes, as well as the instability of family structure. Poverty. These unplanned million births of babies add up to the population. The overpopulation would increase demands and necessities, making imbalance and shortage of supplies. Abortion. In 2006, approximately 37% of unintended pregnancies to teens ages 15 to 19 ended in abortion, and almost 60% ended in a live birth. Overall, as of 2013, 26% of teen pregnancies ended in abortion. Adoption and foster care. Number of abandoned kids, street children, orphans, and orphanages. Illiteracy or low education. Low education levels are closely associated with early childbearing. Many girls who become pregnant have to leave school. This has long-term implications for them as individuals, their families, and communities. It would also limit the job offers and income. One-third of girls aged 15 to 19 and one-half of girls under 15 receive no prenatal care at all during their first trimester. The lack of medical attention can lead to problems afterwards. Health complications. Teenage pregnancy carries extra health risks for both mother and the baby. They have a higher risk for pregnancy-related high blood pressure and its complications. Risks for the baby include premature birth and a low birth weight. Teenage mothers are 15 times more likely to die than those who are on 20s. Babies have 60% less chance of surviving. Social stigma. Not everyone is open-minded. Judgments have always its place in this society. Lack of acceptance, support, and understanding, sometimes even from the family and friends of the teenage pregnant. These social stigmas affect the teenage mom's mental health and emotional problems. This actually leads to anxiety, depression, or worse, suicide. Research finds that children of teen mothers far worse on cognitive and behavioral outcomes than others. What most parents don't expect, still it happens every day. Millions of teenage girls getting pregnant and give birth every year. The unforeseen development typically throws young lives into turmoil, or at least for a time, forcing the girl to make perhaps the most agonizing decision of her life. Does she carry the baby to term, as 50% of pregnant teenagers elect to do? Most parents feel a sense of guilt, thinking that if they'd only done more to protect their children, this wouldn't happen. A wide range of emotions, from shock, anger, and disappointment to grief and worry about the future. Some parents are embarrassed by their teen's pregnancy and worried about how family, friends, and neighbors will react and judge them. Preventing teenage pregnancy can significantly palliate these social and economical issues. Studies have shown that delaying the adolescent births or teenage pregnancies could significantly lower population growth rates, potentially generating broad economic and social benefits in addition to improving the health of adolescents. Stop. Stop teenage pregnancy.